Okay, now we are talking about robber coverage. Now remember, when we talk about robber coverage, the front is separated from the secondary rotation. What I mean by that is simple. Okay, we are going to set the front a certain way. Okay, and the coverage is going to be set a certain way. In this picture here, so for example, we have a Florida robber call or we have a tight robber call. In Florida robber, okay, we are always setting the three technique to the field side, okay, like right now for this example, okay, this is what we have here. When it's a tight Florida call, we set the three technique to the tight end side, just like we would in our regular tight front. So we have Florida robber and we have tight robber, okay. In this picture right now, it's a left, left, left call. There's a tight end, okay, and the coverage right now is either Ringo or Lucky. Ringo means that we're robbing the right side of the defense, or Lucky means we're robbing the left side. Now, in most cases, we are going to rob the field side. So the picture you have here, this is the field side, the ball's on the hash. This would be a lucky call, okay, which is made by the free safety. And what that basically means is that the free safety is very similar to red, except the difference is the free safety is tied in to this side of the formation. Okay, robber is known as a split field coverage. So this side is a different coverage than this side. To this side, because it's a lucky call, we are playing robber. To this side, it's man. Okay, now robber means the corner is going to play all of number one. The Sam linebacker is going to play number two to the flat. The free safety plays number two vertical. Okay, so in this picture right now, there's a tight end. If the tight end worked to the flat, the Sam linebacker would handle him. Okay, if the tight end worked vertical, the free safety would handle him. Now, the free safety is expected to be a run player. He's at 8 yards inside number two. So there's number one, there's number two. He's at 8 yards. Okay, the Sam linebacker is at 5 yards outside number two, orc technique. It's a Bronco force call to this side and a Sky force call to this side. So there's the Bandit Safety. A lot of drawings on there just to make sure you guys understand this. Okay, so now the run action is going weak. Okay, so right now this safety should be the force player right now. He is forcing the ball. Watch what happens. Right now he allows the fullback to get to his body and he loses force. So the running back is able to get around him for a big gain. Okay, now we have a little confusion pre-snap here. Team moved around on us a lot. Okay, so now it's Florida robber. Okay, so we're robbing the field side. So this would be a lucky call. It's the left side of the defense. Free safety is 8 yards inside number two, who's a tight end. Sam linebacker right here is 5 yards outside number two. We have a Bronco call here, okay, because Sam's a force player, and we have a Sky call here. That's the Bandit Safety. Okay, so it's run action. It's run action to the Sam. So the Sam has to sit here and he has to force the ball in that hammer technique, like we teach in terms of taking on a blocker. Inside arm, inside leg, hammering the ball back. Okay, right now this player is a little too exposed. He stands up a little too high. He's got to play with good leverage, a good Z in the knee, and force the ball back inside. Now he's able to force the ball back inside, so he does do his job. But again, we're just kind of look for excellent technique here, which is something we need to do. Now I just want to show you the safety right now, and again, it's different than red because the safety is a flat foot reader. He buzzes his feet. He doesn't have a 3-level read. He doesn't backpedal. Okay, he's coming downhill. Okay, right now, and he does a great job right here, seeing him fit in the ball carrier right in the hole. Excellent job by that safety. Okay, this situation right now, it's a tight robber call. Okay, so tight robber tells us that now we are robbing the strength of the formation. So here you have a receiver over here who's number 1, and you have a tight end here who's number 2. There's no receiver back there, so this is number 1. So the strength is called right, right, right. Okay, and it's a Ringo, Ringo, Ringo call because we are robbing this side. So there's a Sam linebacker. He's 5 yards outside number 2. Here's the free safety. He's 8 yards inside number 2. The corner will play number 1 man-to-man. And again, here we're playing man. Corner plays number 1. There's the bandit. He plays number 2. Whoever that happens to be. Okay, so there's the run. Again, free safety, you see how he has to be aggressive right now. The run action's coming to him. Pretty good stop. Okay. Now, this may be tight or it may be Florida. I do not know, but this is the strength of the formation. Okay, so we're going lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay, for our robber call. And right now it's a left, left, left call by the defense. Okay, because it's a balanced set, but the ball's on the hash, so we want the strength. There's a 3 technique to the left. Okay, run action. Again, I'd like the safety to be a little more aggressive here on a flat foot read. Kind of backs up a little bit. You see him backpedal here. It's got to be a flat foot read. He's got to come downhill as hard as he can. He's involved in the run action. Excellent job by the Sam linebacker. Folding in and making a play. Okay, another robber call. Now here's a wing alignment. Okay, this is probably Florida robber. Okay, it's a left, left, left call. So right now we are going lucky, lucky, lucky. There's number 1. The tight end's number 2. Backside, number 1's right here. Now corners, well, you have to know anytime you're in a situation when you're in the nub side, which that means that you're in a side where there's no receiver wide. You are in a 1-by-5 alignment. Okay, that means 1 yard outside, 5 yards deep. Okay, and you're responsible for all of the number 1 receiver. Okay, so here's a run action to the weak side. And I should mention that the Mike and the Will linebacker are always in 30 techniques, always in robber coverage. So there's the Mike, he's in a 30 strong. There's the Will, he's in a 30 weak. And there's the Bandit Safety. Again, he does the same thing he normally does in red. If he doesn't have a number 2 wide receiver, the Bandit Safety drops into the box at 6 yards. Okay, and he plays number 2, whoever that is. Okay, so right now, a little too much hesitation by that bandit. We like him to fill a little better. But the safeties have to be involved. Really, it's 9 men in the box when we talk about robber. Okay, similar formation from Phillipsburg. Okay, again, it's Florida robber, so we're going lucky over here. Okay, corner's a little too deep over here. It should be 1-by-5. There's number 1. There's number 2. Okay, now it's run action. Okay, here's the Will linebacker coming hard. Bandit should be involved as well. And corners, don't be afraid to go get your nose bloody. You know, when you see run action, you see that tight end engage, a low hat, come downhill. And just want to make a point. I would like the contact to be a little thicker in the hole by that bandit. Okay, kind of just dips his head there. It's a tackle, but not an effective tackle. Now, this is important. I'm going to show you this. Okay, it's a lucky, lucky, lucky call. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. Okay, so we're going lucky to this side. Now, the corner has to play number 1. Okay, number 2, who's a tight end, if he's vertical, remember the free safety plays number 2 vertical. Watch how this develops. Now, in order to play number 2 vertical, his eyes should be on number 2, which is why he should always read the EMLOS. And what that stands for is the end man on the line of scrimmage, which right now should be that tight end. Okay, so now the tight end gets jammed off the break, but he's still there. Okay, the corner plays number 1. The safety should play number 2. Now, if he works to the flat, like he does here, the Sam linebacker should be picking him up. The Sam linebacker's on a rush. Luckily, the quarterback does not see him. Okay, but the problem is the corner, and it's tough to see in the screen, but the corner does not play number 1. Try to move this back for you. Okay, so there's number 1. The corner's playing him a little late, and he's able to get separation. And part of the problem why he gets separation is that he runs into the free safety. And this is such an important play. It's so, a key part in the game right here. Okay, the free safety now, once he sees that run action, he's got to come down hard, okay, on that play action. And he gets caught up a little bit, but still it's the corner's responsibility to play this player. And that's a great hustle by the corner to catch up and make the play. Okay, we're going tight robber here. Now in this situation it's very similar. The Sam's out here. Okay, here's number 1, here's number 2. That's the tight end. Corner's going to play number 1. If number 2 goes to the flat, the Sam has him. If number 2 goes vertical, the free safety has him. Watch how this develops. Okay, this is vertical. So right now that free safety should be jumping right there on that tight end. Vertical to us means any receiver that is past linebacker depth. As you can see right now, okay, that receiver is past linebacker depth. Okay, now the problem is the blown coverage up top. Now I want to show you this. Who do the corners play on our defense? Always they play number 1, okay, 99% of the time. We talked about his original alignment should be 1 by 5. Okay, 1 yard outside that tight end, 5 yards deep. The key is his eyes. Now watch his eyes. He should be eyeing that receiver because that's the end man on the line of scrimmage. Corners and safeties read the same thing post snap. Okay, therein lies the problem. Okay, he's not reading what he's supposed to be reading, and we give up a touchdown. Okay, now I wanted to show you this last clip because in most situations in robber we don't run with motion. Why? Because it's not a man coverage. It's a word. It's not a color. In this situation, based on game plan, we wanted one of our better corners on their better receivers. So this is just something that we did. In any case, this is a pretty good job or a pretty poor job I should say, because right now, okay, as this thing starts to develop, okay, we're going a lucky call, we're going a Ringo call over here. So this is a Sam linebacker. He should be forcing the ball right here. Remember, he has force. It's robber. Look how he takes his block on. Okay, see right now he loses force. He has to use the hammer technique. Inside shoulder, inside leg, press the ball. He does not do that. The ball goes around outside of him. It's so important that we understand who the force player is in each of our defenses, because that's how we leverage the football. And it does, a little things like this make a big difference and let up big plays if we don't do our responsibilities. So that's robber coverage. Okay, usually we'll rob to the field side or we'll rob to the formation strength. It is a 9-man box coverage. Corners play number 1. Sam linebacker plays number 2 to the flat. Free safety plays number 2 vertical. Okay, and the bandit plays number 2 to the weak side.